You might have heard someone saying age is just a number, but is age just a number? Maybe on matters love, age is just a number, but when it comes to investment, age is not just a number. If you're in your 60s and you are risking like a 20-year-old man, you might need to talk. Welcome to Finance Focus with Andrew, platform where we engage in conversations that endeavor to enhance our financial literacy. In case you are coming across this channel for the first time, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime we post a new financial tip. Now, when it comes to investment, or rather, if one of the most important thing to someone who is trying to work on their personal finance journey, it is understanding their risk profile. It is understanding their risk tolerance. And if you walk to an investment company today, most likely they will give you something we call a risk assessment form, so that they can be able to understand your level of risk, your risk tolerance, and therefore decide the best product for you. I have started this episode that I will call Risk Check with Andrew, and this is just to assist you to understand the various aspects that determine your risk profile, the various aspects that determine your risk tolerance. And this is the first episode where we get to talk about age. If you are given a form to fill about your risk assessment, the first question might be, what is your current age? And that is where we get to the question, is age just a number? But to be sincere, when it comes to investment, age is not just a number. And if you decide to say that it is just a number, then that number must be very significant, and it determines the kind of decisions that you make. Now, you need to understand that your risk tolerance changes with your age. A sample of a profile that we can use to gauge your risk tolerance in terms of age is this here. So the question is, what is your age? And we have three brackets. We have people who are 18 to 35 years. We give them a score of 3. 36 to 55 years, we give them a score of 2. And people that are over 55 years, we give them a score of 1. Now, when you are in this age bracket of 18 to 35, your risk tolerance is high. You have a chance to risk, because even if you make a loss, you have sometimes to bounce back. If you make a wrong decision, a wrong financial decision at the age of 25, at the age of 30, you might have another 20 years to recover about that. So, but that's why the risk tolerance at this age is quite high. So you are better placed to take higher risk than someone who is more older. Then when it comes to people who are between the age of 36 to 55 years, now they are not only chasing growth, but they are also trying to seek stability. This person is already struggling with other things like parenting, school fees, and many other things. So other than growth, they are trying to seek some level of stability, and so risk becomes more heavier to them than that person who is 20 years. So at the age of 36 to 55, risk will start becoming heavier and heavier. Then now, at the age of 55, you are either retired or you are almost retiring if you have not yet retired. Now, for you at this age, risk is a very, very heavy thing. So you might not be able to take a lot of risk, because the money that you have is meant for your retirement. And if you get to lose it, you don't have time to bounce back, na mwendo unaweza umaliza haraka sana. So age is a very significant thing when choosing your investments. Now, let's give a practical example. Let's talk about two people here given 100K. So we have 100,000 here. These two people, there's a guy here aged 28, and there's a man here aged 60 years. So they both invest in stock. And let's say that share does not perform well, and they get to lose everything. So this guy has around 30 years to recover that money. But this guy here this money was meant for their retirement, and they are left with nothing to cater for their retirement. So it is good to understand your risk tolerance, depending on the age you are, depending at the stage of life where you are. So what gets to happen is that we find that we get mixed up sometimes. You find a 60-year-old man is taking risk that should be taken by 20-year-old people, and on the other hand, 20-year-old people are taking risk, are not taking risk, like they are playing too safe, like 60-year-old people. So there is a mix up in terms of risk tolerance and the element of age. So your investment strategy should be shaped by your age. There is a category of investment that you should make depending on the age at which you are. So in your 20s, you can be able to invest in things that are a bit riskier. That's where we find a lot of guys in Forex. You can try stocks as you move. But by the time you get to over 55 years, you need to have tried all the things. And now it will be time to settle for things that are more secure. So it is good that you get to evaluate yourself, check the investment you have, check the risk that comes with those investments, and compare that with your age and the risk tolerance that you have. Now, let me pose this question to you. How old are you? Do you think that the investment strategy you are applying right now, or the investment vehicles that you have right now, are in line with the age group in which you are?